A cafe in Melbourne is protesting the gender pay gap like we've never seen before. 1 week out of every month, men pay an 18% premium. The tax is optional, but so far, no male customers refused.
If people aren't comfortable with paying it or men don't want to pay it, we're not going to kick them out the door. It's just a good opportunity to do some good.
The cafe, called Handsome Her, also has priority seating for women.
Welcome to Handsome Her, where women reign supreme.
This is called the Wall of Dames, so it's a wall of inspirational women.
Owner Alexandra O'Brien calls it a space for women by women, with priority seating for females and an extra tax for men.
1 week out of every month we have an 18% premium for men, which is the same amount as the gender pay gap.
I think it's fair if you think about the world and the gender inequality that we have.
I think it's a brilliant idea because I don't think that many people know the actual gap.
The tax is optional, but so far none of the cafe's male customers have refused to pay it.
Pussies.
It's weird that, considering that there is a fair, it's a fairly unequal pay gap between men and women. Even though there is supposedly equal pay, it doesn't really equate out there.
Staff say the gender tax isn't aimed at excluding people, but rather educating them, with proceeds going to charity.
You mean brainwashing them? This is why you cannot give women power, guys, because they will launch a power grab, mostly single women, obviously, right? I mean, God forbid any of these women are married in this cafe, excuse me, and going home to a husband. You would not want to be married to a dame that is visiting the Her Cafe in Melbourne, Australia. The most discriminatory place on earth.
If people aren't comfortable with paying it or men don't want to pay it, we're not going to kick them out the door.
Yeah, it's not that they're uncomfortable, honey. They are afraid. They are afraid of being canceled. They are in fear, like 99% of the world that are afraid to speak up, right? It's not that they're buying into your delusion here. They are just afraid. FYI, there is no gender pay gap. I'm not even going to get in that video. It's been debunked over and over and over and over. That's why I say this way. The lady doesn't want to educate you. She wants to brainwash you. But I love how these feminists call it like re-education. No, it's called brainwashing is what it is. It's trying to make you believe that an elephant is a mouse, something like that.
It's just a good opportunity to do some good.
Estelle Grieping, 7 News.
All right, so I am happy to report, gentlemen, that this cafe, since this news broadcast, that wasn't even that long ago, has since closed due to clearly not making enough money and their idiotic business policies. So let's jump into the article right now from BBC. Here we go from the BBC News. Handsome Her, Australian vegan cafe to close after man tax furor. Another feminist all-woman business that went woke and went broke. Okay, you just cannot build your policies on, your business policies on strong-arming people, discriminating against people, and throwing out these false claims of a gender wage gap without the free market just not wanting to give you their dollars, right? This is capitalism at its finest. So let's see what happened here. Here are her house rules. Here are the house rules that are in front of her cafe, or that were in front. Now the building's closed and boarded up, as it should. Handsome Her is a space for women by women. Here are our house rules. Rule number one, women have priority seating. So basically, if you're a dude, you don't get to sit first. If there are, say you've been waiting for a table for like the past hour and a woman walks in, guess what? You're waiting another hour, buster. Yeah, I mean, how is this no different than, like the 60s where blacks weren't able to use certain water fountains and whatnot? And I guarantee these are the same people who fight against discriminating here. I mean, this is what I can't stand about, feminists and lefty, like hardcore leftists and liberals, whatever. where they accuse you of doing what they themselves are doing, right? I was just watching, don't ask why, this broadcast on The View where they're talking about, I think it was Joy Behar talking about Trump, and she's afraid they're going to try to cancel them, and they might, he might use his the government as he might weaponize the government against his political adversaries. Dude, that is exactly what you people are doing. Your guy is doing. So frustrating. Anyway, rule number 1, women have priority seating. Rule number 2, men will be charged an 18% premium to reflect the gender pay gap, which is donated to a women's service. So it's not even going to a good charity. It's just going to a charity that is going to promote more of this lie. Rule number 3, respect goes both ways. You gotta love it, guys. You gotta love it. Rule number 3, respect goes both ways while they sit there and disrespect an entire gender. You've gotta love the hypocrisy. I mean, we really, really need to bring back mental asylums, rubber rooms, and straitjackets. I cannot say that enough, okay? We need to bring these facilities back because there are a lot of crazy people out there walking around like this that need mental attention. There's a great book that says liberalism is a mental disorder. It was written by an actual doctor and scientist, and it was all factual. I mean, you can see it for yourself. It's on full display over here. You see it every single day. Just turn on your mainstream news. You'll see it on full display. Anyway, a vegan cafe in Australia that levied a tax on male customers is set to close after becoming the punching bag of the internet. It's just free market capitalism speaking. Okay? Handsome Her was accused of reverse sexism after opening in Melbourne in 2017. Its owners provoked debate by offering women priority seating and charging men an 18% 1 week a month premium. Although non-compulsory, the man tax reflected the gender. So basically, what would you do if you don't want to pay this man tax? Would you go to the counter on that day you're supposed to pay it and be like, look, bitches, I ain't paying that 18%. Get my muffin. Make me that sandwich. No, they're not doing that. They're just like, okay, I'll pay the 18%. Please don't cancel me. Please don't hurt me. These pussies. 2 years. I mean, imagine, guys, if we opened up a cafe next door and said it's for men, by men, and we charge the women there, what a 90, like the same thing, say an 18% premium, or even more for all of the times that we get divorce raped in court, right? What if we did that? Oh my gosh. Dude, they would go after your families, not forget just you. These people, these crazy ass, the alphabet mob and all the rest of these nutty people would go after your family members. I mean, that's how sick they are and depraved they are. Okay, 2 years. 2 years on, and the owners have announced they will cease trading. Basically, they're going to close their business on April 28th. They made the announcement in the description of a Facebook event created to advertise their last day of business. People will vote with their wallets. Okay? People will vote with their wallets. Okay? Just like with my business, it succeeded because you guys want to come to me, right? And of course, we have a small number of haters, not many. I have a 99% or 98.9, pretty much 99% like to dislike ratio on YouTube, which tells you, I mean, yeah, my business is thriving, but there's always that, point something percent that hate my content. It's obviously the people that we talk about on our channel, damaged women, single moms, yada yada, modern women. They attack me relentlessly. Oh, why are you on YouTube? They should shut you down. They should close your channel. Oh, just close up your business. Well, no, I don't need to. Why? Because I got plenty of customers. Okay? Got plenty of customers. I don't have this problem here. Right? Of course, yeah, the small majority want to cancel you, but again, people vote with their eyeballs and vote with their wallets. You guys want to watch me, and that's why I have 350K subscribers, and these people are going out of business. The reaction to the man tax showed us how, oh my God, guys, You will love how the owners responded to this. So these owners who lost their business because of their woke-ass policies, because of their terrible business practices, their discriminatory business practices, instead of going, hey, we made a mistake, we're sorry to you men, we're sorry we weren't being, we weren't promoting equality and all this, sorry, right? No, instead of apologizing, you know what they said here? They said, the reaction to the man tax that we put on our business has, in the fact that we need to close now because we're bankrupt, has showed us how fragile masculinity is. So it's not their fault they're closing, it's your fault because of fragile masculinity. And the man tax showed us how fragile masculinity is and solidified the necessity for us to confront and dismantle the patriarchy. So not only have they not learned their lesson from going bankrupt, but they want to double down and dismantle the patriarchy. You cannot make this stuff up, guys. This is why people like this are complete losers, right? You can present all the evidence in the world. You can present reality in front of their face. People do not want to come to your business. You are not making money. You are not profitable because of, instead of them looking within themselves like, hey, we have terrible business policies, they project it onto you, right? Deflect all blame onto you. No different than a woman, right? They're all basically females at the end of the day. We were just one little tiny shop on Sydney Road that was trying to carve out a swath of space to prioritize women and women's issues, and suddenly we became the punching bag of Melbourne and the internet, they added. Well, it should tell you that most people are able to see logically that you are a horrible person and you've got a horrible business practice. In another Facebook post, the owners insisted they were not closing because of vitriol from men's rights activists. So you have to be a men's rights activist to be against their discriminatory practices? So they said it's not because of you men's rights activists or because they are not making enough money. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because at the end of the day, if you're not making money, you cannot stay open, right? Just like if I wasn't making any money from doing this, I would not be doing videos anymore, right? I would find something else to do because we all have to make a living. Yeah, sure, I'd probably do it as a hobby, but I would not be uploading as frequently as I do now. I would not be running my boot camps. I would not be taking guys out. I would not be putting that much energy into this. It would just, again, would be a hobby. But they don't even want to do this as a hobby. I mean, if this is this important to them and the cause is that important to them and they believe in it enough, they're going to do it anyway. But no, because they are losers that can't just take the L, because they don't have, like most modern women out there, don't have an ounce of integrity, don't have an ounce of character to admit when they are wrong. Instead, they double down on evil and they just go, no, it's you men's fault. It's always the men. This is why people just laugh at feminists these days, right? When if you tell somebody, like the normal average person out there, you're a feminist, they'll just laugh. Even if they don't do it in your face, in the back of their head, they're looking at you like you're just not even worth their time, right? You're not even worth having a discussion with. So these women denied reports that the man tax had run their business into the ground, saying they just don't want to own a cafe anymore. Okay, I mean, the fact that they can't even stop lying to themselves. So they're saying that because their business ran into the ground, it's not because they don't want to own a cafe. It's just the fact that they don't want to own a cafe anymore. Okay, that's why they gone bankrupt and they're closing. It's not that, it's just that we don't want to own a cafe anymore. Now this bankruptcy, the fact that we're losing money has nothing to do with it. Lord, these people are so weak. They're so coward because it does take strength to admit when you're wrong, right? It does. It takes character. It takes class to admit you're wrong. I respect when somebody can come up, just admit when they're wrong, right? Just have some class. But no, these women, I don't even want to call them women because that would suggest that they're adults. These females are classless. For real though, we have sold the business because who'd you sell it to? They didn't sell the business. You closed the business. You didn't sell the business because who'd you sell that business to? If you sold it to somebody, why are the doors closed? Why is there plywood, up front where the glass used to be? For real though, we have sold the business because we are young, educated, and off on our next adventure, they wrote in a post. Educated, I mean the arrogance. Again, these chicks just flat narcissism on full display, guys. We're young and we're educated. Not like you ignorant, uninformed dumbass. Their announcement has received a mixed reception on social media, with supporters and critics showing both delight and disappointment. Yeah, supporters, basically other women who are delusional like them, which are basically most feminists and modern women these days. They're just not living in reality, right? They're living in a bubble in their own minds, whereas the people, the opposite side, are actually living in reality. And that's what the war is. The war we have going on today. It's people who want to live in delusion versus people who want to live in reality. Okay? The adults who can stomach living in truth versus the adults who, or the people who call themselves adults that are just basically babies in adult bodies. These people want to live in lie, right? So either you're living in truth or you're living in a lie. These women, feminists, modern women today, are all living in a 24/7 bubble of lies. And I don't know how you people sleep at night, what you have to tell yourself, the delusion you have to live in. I just feel sorry for these. I don't even feel, no, I don't. I'm just annoyed with them. All right, anyway, drop your comments below, guys. Let me know what you think of this cafe. Would you buy your coffee here? What do you think of this man tax? What do you think about the priority seating for women? What do you think about that? And what do you think of them going out of business, right? Losing money, going bankrupt, and then claiming it's because of fragile masculinity, and they didn't close because they were losing money. They're closed because they just don't want to own a cafe anymore. Wow, just wow, right? I mean, a 5-year-old has more accountability than these chicks do. Drop your comments below. All right, this is M from the 33 Secrets signing out here with the Lamborghini. Yes, it's my Lambo. Go to Matt Cross Official, my IG, see the entire process of me purchasing this vehicle. It took about 2 months to close, and the same guy who delivered my DeLorean also delivered my Lamborghini. TJ at Florida Exotic Transport. If you ever need to transport a muscle car, exotic car, he's your man. So, very excited about this vehicle. It's actually a pretty rare find. It's Rossifesto Red, which is one of the rarest colors for Lamborghini. It's a $14,880 option, believe it or not. I was on a hunt for one for over 2 years, just like I was my DeLorean. Finally found one. It's got super low miles, 11K, not bad. And we're going to be featuring this car a lot more here on the channel for many years to come. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? Whew. Oh my gosh, take a look at this. It hasn't dried yet, but I'm still putting this on there. It's my IG tag. But as always, gentlemen, make sure you smash that like button. Smash that like button below. Do it for the Lamborghini and the DeLorean. I still have it, by the way. I'm not selling the DeLorean. I'll probably keep this car for a little bit, but DeLorean is going to stay. So we'll get the DeLorean back on here pretty soon. But enjoy the Lamborghini. And again, smash the like button. Smash that subscribe button as well. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, platinum pill content that I'm teaching you even further, best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there into the world and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all around the world now are out there approaching and closing every single week. And I kid you not, we are making it happen every single week. And I want you to become one of us. I want you to join us. And right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons from me in Mastery. So take advantage of it. It's the best way to support my work. If you love what I'm doing here, if you love what I'm teaching you here, and you feel like I've added value to your life, this is the best way to pay me back. Get into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months of Mastery. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I'll see you in my next coaching video. I'm out with the Lambo. Till next time. Whew, so sweet.